We already did a video already? Oh crap, I missed it.
Okay, so I feel like I have to dish out a bit of a warning for this Witch Talk compilation. Apparently, with a lot of these witch talks, I woke up and chose violence. It seems to be the common theme for the day. I woke up and chose violence. So there's going to be a lot more negativity towards certain topics than there usually is in my witch talk.
Blue Raven 666.
Compilations. Now that I've gotten that out of the way. Okay, enjoy my temper tantrum. Tell me about a time a deity tested you and made you realize something pretty negative about yourself. I'll go first. A few nights ago, I gave Lucifer, Venus, and Ram a glass of wine as an offering. My typical rule of thumb is to leave the glass on their altars for 24 hours and then dispose of it if I don't need it for anything. When the 24 mark was almost up, Lucifer pops in and goes, "Hey, drink the wine." Now, to me, this is automatically sus because he knows I don't feel right taking one of his offerings for myself. Plus, I'm not the biggest fan of wine. I'm not the biggest wine drinker. And after a bit of back and forth, he was like, "Elias, just drink the wine." Not wanting to get into a full-blown argument with my patron of all things, I drank the wine. Turns out this was a test of trust as to how much I trusted him. And he says, "Your hesitance tells me that this is something we still have to work on." See, in my mind it is. Like, say, if I were to have a guest in my house and I offered them a drink, I wouldn't take that drink when they were almost done with it and drink the rest of it myself. That just wouldn't be right. I know there are some witches out there that do partake in their deities' offerings just so food items don't go to waste. But now I know that the next time one of my deities says, "Drink the wine," I better drink that wine. But Lucifer wasn't wrong. I do have a lot of trust issues. It's mainly with people, but the fact that it's extending to my deities, my patrons especially, that is a problem. As the old saying goes, trust is a two-way street, and if I can't trust my deities, how can I expect my deities to trust me? I've got quite a bit of work ahead of myself. See, the thing is, I've never worked with or met Anubis, so I really can't say. From what I've seen from other users, he sounds like a pretty cool deity to work with. The deities I've worked with so far seem to revolve around knowledge and relationships. I wouldn't be opposed to working with Anubis or any of the Kemetic gods, or the Hellenic gods. They all sound cool. I'm pretty open-minded, at least I'd like to think that I am, so I'm never just going to be like, I belong to this pantheon, this pantheon alone.
Sorry, this is kind of important. I have to watch this.
I'm never going to work with
this is kind of an important thing.
I'm never going to be like that. And I know I'm going to get that one person in the comment section that's probably going to be like, "Well, does that include the Christian God as well?" If you ask me, the Christian God owes me an apology and an explanation. And even if he gave that to me, I still wouldn't work with him. Archangels? Sure. But the Christian God has done too much damage. Every single one of us.
Okay.
Every single one of us.
Not again.
Has something either against Jesus.
The police are outside again. Whoop-de-doo. Police are outside again. Pretty good. Watching a local YouTuber right now, kind of. Watching a YouTuber right now. I'm doing pretty good. My tablet crashed. It doesn't work anymore. So I might have to get some money around and buy myself a new tablet. Besides that, I'm doing pretty good tonight. Just watching a local YouTuber. Did a video a few minutes ago. I kind of have to watch it, so watching a YouTuber from Michigan. Kind of have to, or
desperately needed them. If you're only
I know something about her that no one's. I was watching one of her older videos, and she has some secrets that I don't think no one else wants to know about. So secretive, I have some of her special videos on my channel. Problem is, no one can get to them because they're under the PAV. They're under my PAV playlist, which that playlist will not be coming on. I asked people I should remove the PAV playlist so you guys can see what it is. Still had no reply yet, so to remove it yet. Well, if I did do it, it'd be removed for 24 hours. The blockout would be removed for like 24 hours, and then it'd be reblocked. But the PAV playlist is private, so I don't know if I'm going to unlock it or not. If I open it, it'll be for 24 hours. Then after that, I'll be locked again.
That's not a good enough excuse for us. And and all the things I just
The
mentioned,
PvP playlist is actually
ideas,
all videos on YouTube that I like that are privatized for me only. I maybe might block it for 24 hours. Maybe I'll block it for a couple hours for one night. Then I reblock it.
We've been through so much.
What is the tablet doing? No, Ace can't get on YouTube. It doesn't want to work anymore. It doesn't want to go on YouTube anymore. It says update it, which the tablet's so dang old. It can't update. I tried updating it. The tablet will not. The tablet can't do an update because it's so dang old. You try to update it. The tablet's so old. The update will not work with it. So.
Nothing in the Bible.
Yeah, I had some videos I did today. If you saw the slideshow videos I just did today, those were on the tablet. Then I transferred my phone my phone to YouTube, which was a pain in the butt. Took about an hour to do.
That depends. If we're both.
You usually make the slideshows on tablet, then put them on YouTube. Put them right to YouTube there, but the tablet didn't want to accept it, so I might have to get myself a new tablet because the tablet just giving me problems.
The same archangel who rebelled against God and disobeyed him, then yes.
There's one rule you don't do. You don't piss her off. You don't piss this person.
Satan.
There's one person you don't piss off, and it's Raven. Piss off Raven, you're gonna lose your arm.
Against you, Lucifer and Satan as two separate entities. With Lucifer being the angel.
14 minutes ago, 141 views. I'm part of the 141 views.
We don't see them as one and the same. We actually view them
that's too small. I need to leave it big.
Satan just being this mythical
character. Blue Raven does a lot of Hazbin. Blue Raven, who I'm watching, does a lot of witchcraft stuff. Does a lot of Hazbin Hotel stuff too. Which, if it wasn't for Hazbin Hotel, I wouldn't be meeting her. And she does some pretty good stuff. I mean, contacted her once or twice. She told me to do something. I did it. And my company is part of this thing she told us to do. She's one of the few people I do watch that is not nuts, like some other people I know. She told me something she would want to do. The thing is, I can't say because if I did, I could lose my body, part of my body. Just leave that.
My dad's side of the family is like.
Because something she told me, saying me being the way I am, the secret way you know about me and everyone else knows about is, I would actually really want to, to Luna. I said, oh, really? Because this is what I can tell you right now. I would do the same thing too. But you're more into this one thing than I am. And she said, really? I'm only 20%. I might be 10% into this thing. I would never do that. And she understood perfectly. She would, but I told her, will your OC do it? And she said no. OC would not go to MC to do it. I thought, okay. It was hilarious.
They're the main reason that Christianity is the dominant religion. Crusades, anyone? Generally,
I'm going to go off and
I try to follow is if you're respectful.
I might be doing something in a little bit. I might play some games in a little bit. But right now, I'm just doing this. Uploading videos and doing this. Okay, 12. Okay. After this, I might do some more stuff. I got videos I'm uploading right now. I'm waiting for midnight to come around so I can see what the new car is at the casino. Might go live in a little bit on play some games and upload the other I'm uploading right now one camera right now, so who knows. In a little bit, after I'm done uploading these videos off this one camera here, I got another camera maybe wait to do tomorrow, and I might go online for a little bit on GT Online for a little bit.
God only gives people as much as they can handle, huh? So what about the plenty of people who are currently laying in a hospital suffering from one ailment or another and just want to be done and over with? What about people suffering from severe depression and anxiety?
Yeah.
PTSD,
severe depression and anxiety makes this.
With that every single day.
Yeah. Severe depression and anxiety, my will.
Currently dealing with cancer. And this
yeah. I had before, school was so, I dropped out of school because it was so, I couldn't stay in school anymore. I had to drop out because it was so depressing. It was so depressing during the writing hour. Oh, I wrote something out. I wrote up my will. Yeah. I already got people who knows. And I already know who gets what already.
That's not part of any sort of plan.
My cousin gets everything.
God only gives
who knows? My cousin gets most of the stuff.
Honestly, I'm more compelled to believe the Big Bang Theory than anything.
Nah.
The Earth itself is 4.5 billion years old. And there's plenty of archaeological evidence of dinosaurs and Ice Age and Neanderthals and stuff like that.
Ancient
That
Earth
is scientific evidence I cannot turn a blind eye to. I don't believe any sort of deity created our universe. Rather, they found certain things about our universe to govern. Like,
they found out one thing too.
Take the apartment I live in, for example. I play no part in creating the building that it's in or designing the layout of the unit that I live in. It just so happens to be a unit available, and I was placed into it. And I use my talents and things that I have to make it my home.
Right.
My own kingdom.
She overdid one thing though to her house.
To maintain it and keep it in livable condition.
But she overdid something to it though. I say what though?
Okay, so this is a video that someone sent to me. Basically, another die-hard Christian.
Oh, that idiot! I hate that idiot. Yeah, goes to church and smokes weed all day. It's stupid. I have to get my.
The story about Noah's Ark is complete and utter bullshit. If you were to take the actual dimensions of the Ark, it would only be slightly larger than a professional football field. A boat that size cannot fit one of every kind of animal, plus all the food that it's going to need, plus all the waste it's going to produce, plus all the babies that they're going to have. Not going to happen.
Right.
Not to mention homosexuality does exist in nature. Plenty of animals of the same sex will mate for life. Similar concept can apply to humans because we are of the kingdom Animalia, thus we are animals. So I don't quite know what's going on right now. The other day, and I don't know why, but I just had the sudden urge to work out. Please understand that I am a fat ass that does not know the meaning of the words. But there was just
I weigh much as you do, Raven, so I don't care.
Get off your lazy ass.
She weighs a little bit more than I do, but we weigh the same.
Dumbbells.
We weigh the same weight.
Some resistance bands. I don't care what the fuck you gotta do.
I weigh much as you do, Raven.
The fuck out.
I weigh much as you do, Raven.
I would go for a daily walk around the town.
I did. I walked to work today. Which somebody I did. I walked to work today.
Like a spirit or a deity.
That's me.
The chat
I don't care about that crap.
But I cannot identify which one.
Security alert.
Yeah,
don't care.
Strange Church to pump iron now. I bought these things for like $20. So if anyone knows the deities associated with this, let me know.
Resistance bands.
Pardon my spiffiness. I'm about to go in for it.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find that. You took mine.
So the majority of
took it.
theorized that it was either Ares or the Morgan. We also had a couple of comments that thought it was either Apollo or Thor. Some of you guys are close, and I think only like 2 people got it actually right. It was Mars, the Roman god of war. Now, I know there's a few people out there that are going to be like, well, isn't Ares the same thing? They're not the same thing. Mars actually greatly dislikes Ares. Apparently, the 2 of them, despite both being gods of war, do not get along. But, yeah, it was Mars. And, yes, Venus is partially behind it. That's a story for another time when I've got more time. But, yeah, a day and a half of solid spirit work figured out it was Mars. So, we'll see how this goes.
That's interesting.
I see what you're trying to do here, but let me use this analogy to kind of clear things up a little bit. Are Jack Dorsey and Susan Wojcicki the same person?
That's interesting.
As you all probably might have answered, the answer is no.
I'm going to work on my sound last week. I worked on it, but
they're 2 completely separate entities. Similarly, Ares and Mars are also 2 separate entities. They belong to 2 separate pantheons. Ares is meant to represent the more negative aspects of war, tragedy, brutality, bloodshed. Mars was celebrated as a deity, second only to Jupiter as a protector and defender of Rome. He's
Jupiter,
also more level-headed, whereas Ares is described as being more impulsive.
Okay.
And note, across all pantheons, there are multiple gods that govern the same thing. You know how many freaking gods of fertility there are out there? A lot. So I want you guys to make note of the screenshot behind me and read the comment. That kind of shit always makes me laugh. You know what's really disrespectful and not funny? Taking shit that ain't yours and passing it off as your own. Seriously, when I think about it, so much about Christianity originates in paganism, it makes me believe that ancient Christians secretly wanted to be pagan.
Shit.
From holidays to certain religious figures to certain symbols. A lot of them have their origins set in paganism. The way I see it, a lot of us pagans are just taking what is rightfully ours.
Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I'm done right now.
She does. All false gods bow to Hecate included.